The internet is currently losing its mind over the iPhone Air and that mythical folding iPhone we have been hearing about for a decade. But let's be honest with each other. Most of us are not going to buy the experimental stuff. We are going to buy the reliable workhorse, the Pro model. So put down the sci-fi dreams, and let's talk about what is actually coming to the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max. Now, I have to confess something right off the bat. The leaks this year aren't exactly going to reinvent the wheel. But there are some very specific changes that you need to know about because they fix some of the biggest annoyances with the current cameras. First up, we have to debunk a massive rumor that terrified half the fan base. There were reports claiming Apple was moving the dynamic island and the selfie camera all the way to the top left corner, basically making it look like a budget Android phone from 2019. Thankfully, that turned out to be a translation error in the supply chain leaks. The dynamic island is staying put right in the center. However, it is getting a diet. Apple is finally figuring out how to hide some of the Face ID sensors, like the dot projector, underneath the actual display. This means the physical cutout is going to shrink from a pill shape to something more like a small oval. Interestingly, they are shifting those hidden sensors to the left side of the screen. Why move them? Well, my best guess is that the camera bump on the back is getting so massive that they literally need to rearrange the internal components on the front just to make everything fit. It's basically Tetris inside your phone at this point. Speaking of that massive camera bump, this is where the real news is. We aren't getting a fourth lens, sorry. But the main sensor is rumored to get a feature that photographers have been begging for: a variable aperture. This isn't just software magic. We're talking about physical blades inside the lens that open and close. Currently, iPhone lenses are wide open all the time to let light in. This is great for night mode, but it is terrible for close-up shots. Have you ever tried to take a photo of a document or your food, and the edges are all blurry because the focus area is too narrow? That is the depth of field problem. With a variable aperture, the iPhone 18 Pro will be able to close that lens down to keep everything in sharp focus when the lighting is good, and then open it wide up when you are in a dark bar. It is the best of both worlds. Now, I can hear my Android users typing furiously in the comments already. Samsung did this years ago with the Galaxy S9. And yes, you're absolutely right. But Samsung also removed it immediately because it didn't really result in better photos back then. In typical Apple fashion, they waited 5 years to invent it properly. If Apple is bringing it back, you can bet Google and Samsung are already panic dialing their engineers to put it back in their phones too. As for the body of the phone, expect the same aluminum and glass hybrid we saw on the 17 Pro. But there is a catch. The 17 Pro was a little too soft. People complain about scuffs and scratches. So, the 18 Pro is rumored to use a tougher grade of aluminum. This might make the phone slightly thicker and a tiny bit heavier. But honestly, if it means I don't have to baby my phone like it's made of eggshells, I am totally fine with that. Other than that, it is business as usual. We are expecting the A20 Pro chip, which will obviously be a beast, and hopefully the return of a product red color option, because we have been missing a good red Pro phone for way too long. So, no Touch ID under the screen, and no holographic projectors. Just a refined, durable camera beast. What do you guys think? Is a variable aperture enough to make you upgrade? Or are you holding out for the foldable? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this recap, hit that like button so the algorithm knows we exist. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.